Hey, it's Josh the Brazilian Gringo, and in this video, you're going to get a tip for overcoming the fear of speaking Portuguese. The one thing that really inhibits people from learning Portuguese or from doing anything else really in life is fear. And until you learn to deal with fear, you're not going to be able to be a successful Portuguese speaker. So here's an activity you can do to overcome the fear of speaking Portuguese. Now, let's imagine the worst case scenario. You speak maybe decent Portuguese, you know enough to be able to have a basic conversation, but for whatever reason, you're just too afraid of going up to someone and starting a conversation. So let's imagine what would happen if you go up to them. What's the worst possible case that could happen if you speak to someone? Okay, so if you go up to someone and they're just a really cruel person, what they might do is they might hear you speak and they'd be like, "Oh, look at this guy. He doesn't speak Portuguese. He speaks funny. He's bad grammar. He doesn't know how to speak Portuguese." And then he turns to everyone around him and says, "Hey, look at this guy. He speaks Portuguese like a fucking buffoon." And, that's never going to happen. No one's ever going to do that to you. But if it did, would it really be that bad? Would it really be that bad if everybody around you knew that you speak Portuguese like a beginner? I mean, that's where you are. There's no reason to hide from that. That's who you are. And, it's unreasonable to expect that you'll just jump into fluency. You have to go through this process. But, to be afraid of this situation, that's like probably the worst that can happen is someone just making fun of you like that. And if that happens, it's kind of funny because it's just such an extreme reaction. It just makes no sense for someone to do that. So, I don't know, you shouldn't be afraid of these kind of reactions, and you should just go out there and start speaking to people because they're actually going to be really nice about it. Worst case scenario, what's likely going to happen is they're just going to ignore you or walk away if they don't understand you, or they'll find someone who does speak the language that you can communicate, and you'll see that it's not that big of a deal. So I hope this has been useful for you. If you think someone else needs to hear this message to overcome their fear, make sure you send it along to them and subscribe to the YouTube channel to get more Portuguese tips like this one. Ciao, ciao.